Hello everyone. So we were doing chapter pollutions of water and air. So up till water we had completed, and today we will discuss about air. So first of all, what is air? Our earth is surrounding with the atmosphere, and this atmosphere is commonly known as air, right? So this is a natural resource without which we cannot live even for few minutes. So any living organism, it requires air for the different things. For example, if we talk about the plants, they require air for making their food. And if we talk about us and the other living organisms, creatures, they require air for the breathing purpose, right? So first of all, we will learn something about the composition of air. So let's see. Here is the composition of air. So nitrogen is 78%, okay, present in the atmosphere, and oxygen is 21%, clear, and others are 1%. So all of 100%, 78 is nitrogen and 21 is oxygen, and the rest of 1% includes argon, which is 0.9%, carbon dioxide, which is 0.03%, and 0.07% includes water vapors, dust particles and smoke. Clear? So this is all about the composition of air, right? So 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, 1% of others, which include argon, carbon dioxide, vapors, dust, smoke. Okay. Next we have air pollution. So what is air pollution? When some unwanted materials are added in the air, and then it gets polluted by the harmful elements, okay, and this condition is known as air pollution. So what are the gases or the harmful elements, that harmful substance that make the air polluted? Okay, so carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. So these are the four gases. When these gases are added in the air, then the air gets polluted, okay, and this is harmful for us, clear? And these are known as pollutants, okay. So air pollutants are the substances that pollute the air. So these are the four pollutants we have, okay. So next we have causes of air pollutions. So what can be the causes for the air pollution? The first one we have suspended particulate matter, and even in the short form it is known as SPM. So what are SPM? So these are the solid particles that are suspended in the air, and then they cause some harmful effects to our body, okay. So its examples can be, if the carbon fuels are not burnt completely and its particles are suspended in the air. The fine cement particles are also the examples for SPM, okay. So if these particles left suspended in the air, then air gets polluted, and with this our hair, they are not able to filter these fine particles, and these particles directly get into our body through the nasal cavity, right? And then it leads to lungs diseases, okay. The next one we have carbon monoxide. So carbon monoxide is known for its most dangerous gas among all, okay. So when this carbon monoxide, when it mixes with the blood, then it affects the carrying of oxygen, okay. And if the lack of oxygen we have, it leads to cause of death of the person, okay. And this gas also be produced by the unburnt of some carbon materials or fuels, okay. So the next we have carbon dioxide. So if the excess of carbon dioxide increases, what can be the effects of it? So first of all, what causes the increment of the carbon dioxide in the nature? So for example, when we burn some fuels, carbon fuels in the homes and factories, then this leads to the increase in carbon dioxide. And even the deforestation is also the cause, because we are cutting the trees down and the trees are not there to absorb or take carbon dioxide, then the amount can be increased, right? So in that case, heat is trapped by the carbon dioxide from the sun, and this is known as greenhouse effect. So, and it is believed that if the amount of carbon dioxide increases like that, okay, then it may lead to the global warming, because the temperature would suddenly change. And what would happen if the temperature increases in the atmosphere? So the glaciers can melt, right? And even it leads to the floods and tsunami in the residential areas, right? And even it can change the climate and climatic conditions also, right? And this global warming, it is affected by some other gases also, that these are known as nitrous oxide, methane, and the water vapors, okay? And even these are also known as greenhouse gases. So next we have sulfur dioxide. Sulfur is present in coal, and when it is burnt, then sulfur dioxide is given off, right? And this sulfur dioxide further reacts with oxygen present in the atmosphere, then it makes sulfur trioxide, okay? And if this sulfur trioxide mixes with the water which is present in the clouds, then it makes H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid, okay? So when this sulfur dioxide, it mixes with water present in the clouds, then it falls in the form of rain, and this rain is known as acid rain, okay? So this acid rain, it can affect our surroundings. For example, it can corrode the metals, right? And affects the building, and even it can reduce the fertility of the soil. So next we have nitrogen dioxide, and this gas also reduces by the automobiles and exhaust of the vehicles, right? And this gas irritates our eyes and even our lungs also. And when this nitrogen dioxide, when it mixes with the water vapors, then it forms nitric acid, can also cause acid rain, okay? And the next we have chlorofluorocarbons. So these are the compounds present in the refrigerators, air conditioners, and even the aerosols, okay? And these compounds lead to the depletion of ozone layer, because they just release ultraviolet rays, and this lead to the ozone depletion, right? And even it can affect our eyes and skin, and known to cause of skin cancer also, okay? And depletion of ozone layer can be seen over the Antarctica, okay? And cause of this poisonous nature, we are being replaced these compounds with the others. So the last one we have lead, and the lead compounds are being used in the automobiles for the prevention of the knocking of the engines, and this also leads to the some diseases like mental disorder and brain damage, so because this can easily be absorbed by our bodies, okay? So this is all about the causes of air pollution. So here are some conservations by using you can stop your air get polluted, okay? So first of all, we have afforestation. So try to plant more and more trees, so that the excess carbon dioxide is absorbed by the trees, okay? And next, smokeless stoves. Your stoves should be smokeless, because this smoke get mixed with the air and then makes the air polluted, right? And next, LPG and CNG. So try to use LPG and CNG, because these are smokeless gases, okay? They do not emit some smoke. Next we have unleaded petrol. Our petrol should be unleaded, so that the amount of lead would not be there, because it can absorbed by our body, and then it leads to the some disorders, right? Next, electrostatic participator. So this electrostatic participator, it can remove the solid particles from the air. Here our chapter completes. In the next video we will come with our next chapter. Until that, you need to learn all the things that we learned in both the videos.